welcome to this week's Cat Edmonson show. We are not live today, as right now I am at a gig. So Aaron and I have prepared a bunch of highlights from past Cat Edmonson shows, and I really hope that you enjoy them. While I can't be here to comment right now, I will come and comment after the show and write back to you all. So I hope you will comment freely, and thanks for being here.
Hi, I'm Cat Edmonson.
That's me.
I was on a 40-city tour celebrating the release of my new record, Dreamers Do, when the pandemic struck. Tour was cut short, so now I'm performing from my living room every Sunday night, singing my songs and your requests. It's the Cat Edmonson Show.
I love Audrey Hepburn, and she's great in Breakfast at Tiffany's. When Aaron and I started taping segments for the Cat Edmonson show, I thought about the window that she sat in her New York apartment to sing Moon River, and how I always fantasized about doing that myself. So I sat in the window of my Brooklyn apartment and sang Moon River with Bob Hart accompanying me on guitar.
Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style someday. Oh, dream maker, you heartbreaker. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbow's end, waiting round the bend. My huckleberry friend, Moon River, and me.
In this next video, I sat down with my friends Avi and Louie to discuss how we were all handling the pandemic, and it turned out to be a lot of fun. I want to call my friends. I love these guys. Louie and Avi. Avi is a psychotherapist, and Louie is a blue monster who came into Avi's life a little over a year ago for reasons unknown. Hi, guys.
Hello. Hi, Kat. Hi, Kat. Nice to see you. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Monster Insight is your Instagram account, Louie.
Yes.
You've been providing insights for us since the beginning of quarantine.
Yeah, we became content makers. We never thought it would happen, but here we are. It's strange times.
It is strange times. I mean, I was on the road for a long time, and I was planning to be out for months, and I got called home early and faced the fact that I couldn't tour anymore, and now I'm here doing a television show of sorts. I keep calling it a television show because I'm a kid of TV.
Yeah, I keep thinking we're on the radio.
Well, it's kind of like that, isn't it? It's kind of TV, kind of radio.
Yeah, and we, I think we have in common that we're basically old-fashioned.
We are old-fashioned. You're an old soul, and it seems to me that you've been around for a long time.
Me? Yeah, I've lost track, but I'm definitely older than him. I'm very old, yes.
I think you said once that you were older than 800, right?
Yeah, I remember passing 800.
Really?
Yes, that was a good party. Yep, back when we could get together. So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know, I go up and down. I really enjoy the downtime at home and the opportunity to spend so much quality time with my loved one here.
Yeah.
And then I also, really struggle with the news that I'm reading every day and the harsh realities we're facing. I think it just recently really sunk in that that this isn't just going to quickly and magically go away.
It's a long haul.
It's a long haul.
Yep. Yeah, that's why we're doing this. This guy, who's a therapist, also is a dad to a toddler. So he's busy most all the time. As soon as he's not, he says, Louie, you want to hang out? And I say, let's go by the window and send out some good things to people because people need it right now. This is so much to bear. I mean, what do you think?
It doesn't feel like a toddler is exactly.
But exactly. Listen to how articulate he is now. No offense.
You have a wonderful toddler, Avi.
Oh, of course she's incredible. She is. Of course she is. Yeah. It's just it's hard for her too, and she, however we're processing it, she feels the difficulties that we're going through, and
You try to talk to her about it,
yeah, we do.
and that's good. Thank you.
Yeah, we try to talk to her about it, but there's no chance to maintain a sense of perfection at a time like this.
That's right. Let me ask you something, Kat. You go out, you run the errands in your operation?
Yeah, we kind of split the duties, but we try and keep it to a minimum. I mean, we run operation errands so that we don't have to go out very often because we also find that a lot of people are choosing not to wear masks.
Right. Have you sneezed into your mask yet?
No. Have you sneezed into your mask?
Yup. It was disgusting. But what was I gonna do? Pull it down? Achoo!
I'll tell you what, I've never been so intimate with my own breath, and I don't like it.
Yes, I always know how it smells. I'm like, what did you eat? Oh yeah, toast. I remember. So, anyway, Kat, we did bring a poem.
Oh, I'm so glad.
This poem is from Robert Creeley, and it's called Love Comes Quietly. Love comes quietly, finally, drops about me, on me, in the old ways. What did I know, thinking myself able to go alone all the way? That's a good one, right? I like that one, yeah. Yeah, we like poetry at times like this, when there's not a cohesive narrative holding us together.
That feels so
Did you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, Louie. You know, I love your laugh.
Mine?
Yeah, I love your laugh, Louie. It gives me great joy. And if I tune in for anything, it's your laugh.
Well, I can be relied upon to make myself laugh.
I know. You have a great joy. That feels good.
That does feel good.
So if other people want to see you,
Oh, yes, please. You know, we're on YouTube. Our channel is called Monster Insight, and we're on the Instagram at Monster Insight 2. And so look for us there. And we want to hear from you too, everybody. We're thinking of all of you, really. Mwah. We love you.
oh, mwah. Yes, and everybody, you can write questions in or comments to Louie and Avi, and they'll answer them, possibly. I actually wrote in a question myself a few weeks ago, and Louie was kind enough to answer.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you can send us a DM.
No, don't send us that. That's disgusting.
No, a DM. It's a direct message.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you, Kat. We're big fans, and, you know, keep them coming. And thank you for what you give to others. It's not easy, you know, opening your heart, and you're helping people, too. Thank you, Kat.
Oh, maybe it takes one to know one. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for cheering me up all the time. This next video is one that Aaron and I made for the Tribeca Film Festival community online. We wanted to make a video about the making of the Kat Edmonson show, which we had just started at the beginning of the pandemic. I'm songwriter, singer, and actress Kat Edmonson, and I have a special message for the Tribeca Film Festival community. Though your days are gray with indecision, though you see no prospects coming through, have no fear, you've still got one provision, that eternal flame inside of you. So the critics stand in line to doubt you, make you question who you think you are. If they ask me, I'd tell them all about you. You have all the makings of a star. You sparkle and shine. You make the world all look like, oh my. You're so divine. You've even got style there in that smile you wear, floating down the boulevard with stars in your eyes and a dream in your heart.
got style there in that smile you wear, floating down the boulevard with stars in your eyes and a dream in your heart with stars in your eyes and a dream in your heart with stars in your eyes and a dream in your heart. Yes, I love this one. And the cover. Don't you love old album covers? Now that everything's digital, we don't get the opportunity to appreciate this anymore. Not in the same way, at least. I remember when I used to sit and listen to an entire record and read all of the notes, and then when I was done, I would look at all of the pictures intently to see what the artist wanted to say. And the artwork was always quite indicative of that. This next artist, Michael Arthur, is a wonderful artist, and the song here is The Age of Not Believing from my new record, Dreamers Do. I didn't write it, though. The Sherman Brothers wrote it for the movie Bedknobs and Broomsticks, starring Angela Lansbury. I loved that movie when I was a kid. This song is all about when you lose hope and what it is that's happening. Somehow when she sings it to this little boy in the film, it becomes very clear that not believing is not the path that he wants to take. And I found it to be quite heartening. When you rush around in hopeless circles, searching everywhere for something true, you're at the age of not believing, when all the make-believe is through. When you set aside your childhood heroes and your dreams are lost upon a shelf, you're at the age of not believing, and worst of all, you doubt yourself. You're a castaway where no one hears you, on a barren isle in a lonely sea. Where did all the happy endings go? Where can all the good times be? You must face the age of not believing, doubting everything you ever knew, until at last you start believing. There's something wonderful, there's something wonderful in you.
Ooh, ooh. I was just practicing some music for the festival that I'm playing at right now. It's the Five Senses Festival held annually by Pilobolus. Pilobolus is a fantastic dance company. If you don't know them, you can find them at pilobolus.org, pilobulus.org. I think that's right. I never attended the spelling bees in school, but I think I got that. Anyway, I'm going to be singing and there will be dancers dancing. Oh, I love it so much. It's a dream for me. The festival is sold out, and there's a limited capacity anyway because it's socially distant, so it's quite limited, in fact. But I'm hoping that I'll have some footage to show you from the festival soon.
Oh, it feels so good out here. The weather's warmed up in Brooklyn, and now we're resorting to our roofs. There are people outside, I don't know if you can hear them, out on their patios and out in their little yards. And I can see people in the distance on their roofs. And it reminds me of this beautiful song that Carole King wrote that the Drifters made famous. I think about this song and how Carole King wrote, I get away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise down in the street. And I think about how around the same time, Paul Simon also wrote a song you may know called Bridge Over Troubled Water, in which he sings, when you're down and out, when you're on the street. Now, of course, I'm not the author, so I can't know exactly what they meant, but when I hear both of those, I tend to think that it's very specific. New Yorkers writing about how oppressive the New York streets can feel and how freeing it can feel from up here, up on the roof. When this old world starts getting me down and people are just too much for me to face, I climb way up to the top of the stairs, and all my cares just drift out into space. On the roof it's peaceful as can be, and all the world below can't bother me. Let me tell you now, when I get home feeling tired and beat, I go up where the air is nice and sweet. I get away from the hustling crowd and all that rat race noise out in the street. On the roof, the only place I know, where you just have to wish to make it so. Let's go up on the roof. That's Al Street on guitar. At night the stars put on a show for free, and darling, you can share it all with me. I keep telling you, right smack dab in the middle of town, I found a paradise that's trouble-proof. If this world starts getting you down, there's room enough for two up on the roof, up on the roof, oh, up on the roof, up on the roof, up on the roof. The Drifters. You know that line that talks about, I climb way up to the top of the stairs and all my cares just drift. I wonder, because I've heard that song sung before, and I think I've heard Carole King sing it as all my cares just float. And I wonder when it became drift, and if there's some story. I fancy that maybe one day when they were in the studio recording that song, The Drifters, they said, let's say drift instead. Or maybe Carole King, as a nod to the group, changed the words. Of course, I could have made all that up. So if you know, let me know.
I was so delighted when my friend Milton came on the show. Milton is an amazing artist, and he recently put out a record called Studio City that I have in my car playing all of the time. I love his music, including his song Ain't Been the Same, which, when we were on tour together, he and I would sing as a duet at night. When else would we sing it? It was always nighttime. Anyway, here's that song, and I hope you enjoy it.
Cops drive a big red truck. Black cats are bringing good luck. The rooster starts crowing just as the sun goes down. The peacocks all bashfully blush. The sloths in a terrible rush. And it ain't been the same since my lady friend left this town.
Rain's falling up from the clouds. The quarry's soft and the library's loud. The king's in an old straw hat. The hobo wears a crown. The leaves are turning green in the fall. Napoleon is 7 feet tall. It ain't been the same since my old man left this town.
night that the best things in life are on sale for $2.99.
February was real hot in Duluth. The tabloids are printing the truth. Yeah, gas is getting cheaper and mimes talking stereo sound.
Sold out mighty the pen.
The Cubs took the series again.
It
Ain't been the same since
my
my old man left this town.
Dostoevsky's light and day. Einstein's playing the fool.
Minnesota Fats is riding tortilla flats, and Steinbeck's playing pocket pool.
They're serving ice cream hot off the grill.
The going's tough, and the tough just stand still.
The Pentagon's a square.
The pyramids are perfectly round.
Every mother's work is always done.
Oh, the werewolves howl at the sun. Ain't it a shame? Everything's upside down.
It ain't been the same since my lady friend left this town.
Oh no, it ain't been the same since my old man left this town. Well, no, it ain't been the same
since my lady
old
friend
man left this town. Yeah.
Aaron and I had a neighbor in Brooklyn, Rob Schwimmer, who just happened to be a world-class instrumentalist. He came over one day to indulge us in my own rendition of The Boy Next Door, a song that I learned from the movie Meet Me in St. Louis with Judy Garland, who sang it about the unrequited love of her neighbor. Rob is a great player. You'll see it in this clip.
How can I ignore the boy next door? I love him more than I could say. Doesn't try to please me, doesn't even tease me, and he never sees me glance his way. And though I'm heart sore, the boy next door, affection for me won't display. I just adore him, so I can't ignore him. The boy next door. And though I'm heart sore, the boy next door, affection for me won't display. I just adore him, so I can't ignore him. The boy next
Hi. I love that my mom was able to come on the show with me. I love my mom. And actually, my mom is a wonderful singer. She and I have talked about singing sometime on the show. In the meantime, I'm going to show you this interview that we did on Mother's Day in honor of all mothers. Okay, ready? I'm going to call my mom.
Hey.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, sweet love.
Happy Mother's Day.
That's my favorite day.
Listen, I'm not alone. I have all of my audience tuned into our call. It occurred to me that I've always known that you sang, and you went out and you sat in with bands and you sang the Great American Songbook with different jazz ensembles. But
Yeah.
How did you get started doing that? Where was the first place that you did that?
Well, first of all, we'd have jam sessions at home, in the sunroom. Neighbors and other friends would come by, and, somebody might use a fork, a pan or something, a pot or a pan, and to make a little percussion. We had a stereo and a big closet full of vinyls,
Uh-huh.
and we would just play records for hours and sing along, and Daddy and I would harmonize, and then Mother would say, well, I want to harmonize too. So we'd say, okay, and then she'd sing the tune. She just couldn't harmonize.
And what would y'all sing together?
Anything that Sinatra, Ella, Louie, Peggy Lee, we knew them all.
Yeah. So you started singing at home with the family.
Oh, well, one time I sang with a gal named Janet Lee, who used to be on television here in the afternoons. And that was when I was a teenager. Yes.
Wow. And did it feel natural to you, or did you feel like you didn't know what you were doing?
Actually, I stood up and sung in front of people so much for so many years. It felt fine to me.
Yeah.
I got that from you.
Yeah.
So when you went away to college, was that the first time you really started kind of taking the initiative to sing?
No, I was singing, pretty much illegally in piano bars when I was 16.
That's so cool, Mom.
Well, I got to sing for Chuck Berry, that was very fun.
So how old were you then?
19, I think.
Okay. So what did Chuck think about your singing?
He said, baby, you got good delivery. Oh, it's one of my favorite things.
You do, Mom.
Oh, dear.
What if you sang something for us? Would you sing something for us?
Right now?
Right now.
Honey.
You don't have to, Mom. I just thought it'd be fun. Anything. Just a couple minutes. Just like a second. What about The Look of Love?
Well, okay. Let's see. I wasn't. I'm going to blow it.
Blow it. Just do it.
The look of love is in your eyes, a look your smile can't disguise. That's it.
That's great, Mom.
Thanks, honey.
You're my biggest influence in life and in music.
Thank you, honey.
Thanks for having me, Mom.
That's the really best thing I ever did, so you're entirely welcome.
I
love you.
You always empowered me, Mom, and told me that I could do anything. And you said it with such certainty that I believed you.
Well, I meant it. I mean, I think it's really important to just go after what you love to do. So, I mean, Mother and Daddy didn't approve of my being a professional singer, because that was the old days. But no, I was thrilled when you wanted to. I just wanted you to do what you love.
That's the greatest gift you could ever give me, Mom.
Well, and honey, I didn't know you were writing your own music until, years later. I mean, you were putting your songs in your journals. I didn't read your journals, so I didn't know. It was a huge surprise. Good job, babe.
Thanks, Mama. I love you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And that's my mom from Houston, Texas.
Well, this next video was so much fun to make. It was inspired by my love of singing in the rain and the scene where Debbie Reynolds is on the movie set making a song called Beautiful You with a bunch of other model chorus girls. My friend Christina Kulick wrote this song with me, and she also is a huge fan of the movie and so had wonderful ideas of turns of phrases of how we could incorporate the current pandemic with all of the talk about fashion. Check it out.
Beautiful you, in the COVID fashion, beautiful you. Gonna make a splash in protective gear for the entire year. How they'll cheer, beautiful wares for every occasion, help you beware and avoid contagion, don't let it through. Take care of beautiful you. be days in the sun and days in the rain. You get through them all, you'll see. You've got those lips that are meant to be kissed, but not until we're virus-free. A beautiful you is like a great work of art. You're stylish, you're chic, and you also are smart.
Before you binge watch Tiger King in those same old pajamas, consider a more festive look. Add your own dash of drama. Find that you've been missing that regular vitamin D? A weekend in these shorties will bring back freckles to those knees. While tending to the azaleas, this bucket hat will never fail ya. While reading Agatha Christie, you're dying to solve the mystery before Poirot's grey cells do it for ya. Try employing your own fedora. Expecting to be poolside in pseudo-modesty? This cover-up will make your heart sing "Ollie, ollie, oxen free!" And at the chili cookout, where temperatures will be running, in your easy breezy southwest vest, they'll never see you coming. This year's Deb Ball was reduced to a Zoom call, leaving this disgruntled attendee to say, COVID tends to ruin the day. When active at the club, lawn tennis or croquet, this clever little cap will tempt your suitors to say, hey, from working in the garden to getting vitamin D, to going to the cookout, to watching your TV. The fashion a la mode must abide the strict health code. Beautiful wares for the COVID season. Beautiful wares. I don't need a reason all the day through to stay away from you.
This next video is my reenactment of Tammy from Tammy and the Bachelor. I love this song, and I first learned it from the movie in which Debbie Reynolds plays Tammy, and she's singing at her window, yet another window, about her love for Leslie Nielsen. It touched me so much as a child to watch this movie, but I didn't expect how much it would mean to me to sing it myself.
I hear the cottonwoods whispering about Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love. The old hooty owl hooty hoos to the dove. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love. Does my lover feel what I feel when he is near? My heart beats so joyfully, you'd think that he could hear. Wish I knew if he knew what I'm thinking of. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love. Whippoorwill, you and I know. Tammy, Tammy, can't let him go. The breeze from the bayou keeps murmuring low. Tammy, Tammy, you love him so. When the night is warm, soft and warm, I long for his charms. I'd sing like a violin if I were in his arms. Wish I knew if he knew what I'm thinking of. Tammy, Tammy, Tammy's in love. Just think, Miss Rennie, that same bright moon that's shining down on me right this minute is shining down on Pete's tomatoes.
I really enjoyed watching all of these myself. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I love to be with you on Sunday nights, so I can't wait to see you next week. Tune in through Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, or Periscope, and YouTube. See you then. Good night.
Everywhere you look, you can write a book on what's going on. Everyone you know's got to reap what they sow, be it right or wrong. Ghettos flood, there's a hole up in the sky. Oil and blood, tell me why, oh why. Terror struck, look at us, this isn't what we planned. You gotta take a stand, don't forget that pride always goes before the fall. And nobody's free till there's freedom for all. As you sow, so shall you reap. Be the change that you want to see, oh yeah. Be the change that you want to see. That's Ephraim Owens on trumpets. Every now and then you've gotta bend to the way it is. But be that as it may, it's not the way, just 'cause they say it is. Yeah. On TV, there's just no reality. All I hear is me, me, me. What they sold, I'm not buying anymore. No more war, don't forget that pride always goes before the fall. And nobody's free till there's freedom for all. As you sow, so shall you reap. Be the change that you want to see, oh yeah. Be the change that you want to see.
Yesterday, heard you say that there's nothing you can do. I wonder if you'd feel the same if it was happening to you. Don't forget that pride always goes before the fall. And nobody's free till there's freedom for all. As you sow, so shall you reap. Be the change that you want to see. Whoa, yeah. Be the change that you want to see right now. Be the change that you want to see. The changes start with you. Be the change that you want to see. Yeah. Yeah, be the change that you want to see. The change that you want to see.